him. I don't wanna hurt nobody. I just came to vibe. Tonight we ain't with no drama. Tell him take it outside.
Live from his apartment, it's the Serg Podcast. With tonight's guests. Now, here's your host, Sergio Santana.
Serg Podcast. I'm your host, Serg. Last week was hard on a lot of these celebrities like Nick Cannon. I don't know about you guys, but I feel really bad for him. He got fired from his job from Wildin' Out for making anti-Semitic remarks on his podcast, and then he refused to apologize for him, but then in turn apologized for him so he can keep his other job at Fox as the host of The Masked Singer. Listen, Nick, we empathize. You know, it's almost the same thing as if you were a cashier at Walmart and like Karen was like yelling stuff at your face, like disrespectful stuff, and you're just trying to hold your composure and not cuss her out or fight or anything like that because you need $9 an hour. So it's like almost the same thing, but not the same thing. But in all fairness, you should have saw it coming. I mean, you've been wearing a turban for years. You should, like, you look, I can't tell you serious sometimes. Like, you look like John B. off of, like, Pee-wee's Playhouse, the little genie in the box. They used to give him wishes and stuff. Remember when he used to do the wishes, he used to always say, like, make it like a high, make a hiney ho. Just say that with the turban on, and all this is going to go away. It's like, poof, just gone. But, you know, him and Will Smith and Kanye are competing to dethrone Jordan for the crying meme face right now. Like, I feel bad for both of them, too. Like, it's a shame. But yeah, Kanye, I feel bad because Kanye's just crazy, and we know that. But as far as Will is, man, he can't be getting disrespected like that. It's Will Smith. I mean, we can't keep letting this happen because like August dropped a track that slaps, and it was with Rick Ross. Like it is called Entanglement. It's just all types. I don't know how you come back from it, Will. Do you do like a tour with like DJ Jazzy Jeff? Do you bring back the Fresh Prince? Do you do like a sequel to Summertime? I don't know. These are all just suggestions. I'm gonna back you up, whatever you do. That's what I do. Talk about the kids coming back to school too, and I think it's too soon. They shouldn't go back in the fall when we have things still closed down. They should definitely still do it from home. But now they should just switch up the method. You know, have them like build a school on Minecraft or something like that, and then send them to it, and then have them on Fortnite do like challenges for their back to school supplies. This is what I got for you guys this week. Got a great show. Stay tuned.
Top stories tonight. A man faked his death to avoid jail gets caught because of a typo. A fired hockey analyst sues NBC for anti-straight discrimination. A man steals 3-foot, 40-pound dildo in Vegas. There's a drive-through strip club in Texas. And a woman tries to hire a hitman to kill her husband from a website.
Got a great show tonight. We have comedian Jesse Chuduesz from Florida. We also have from Florida YouTuber and van life vlogger Waddi. And for our musical guests, we have from Chester Metagold. So you want to stick around.
What's going on, everybody? It's your buddy Dale, coming straight from the belly of the beast. That's right, Florida, and shit is fucked up. We are so screwed. Whole damn state's on fire. Governor Stupid over here, he's fucking doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. Less than fucking nothing. Coronavirus is exploding everywhere. Hell, Miami Beach looks like a goddamn tsunami of idiots hit. They're all walking around without masks. Goddamn, I never seen so many goddamn booties and no mask. Come on now. You gotta protect the booties. Booties are important, okay? Don't let them get the Rona. What the hell you gonna look at during spring break? Speaking of spring break, these goddamn kids down here set off the Rona and took it back all the way across the country. This whole place is going to hell in a handbasket. It's gonna look like Terminator 2 in the future on Judgment Day. 10 minutes from now, I'm gonna walk outside. There's gonna be a T-1000 walking down the street with a big old fucking machine gun trying to kill little kids. I don't know what the hell's going on. It's fucking crazy here in Florida right now. And people are playing golf. Hell, they're gonna finish the NBA season at Disney. By the way, They reopened Disney, or as I like to call it, the land of COVID. Yeah, it's a small world after all. Keep on holding them hands. You know what I'm saying? Whole fucking place is falling apart, man. Universal Studios is open. Hey, who the hell wants to go on a COVID roller coaster? I don't. Shit's going crazy. I don't want to live here no more. It used to be a respectable place with just meth heads and trailer parks and girls that were easy. But goddamn it, this place is just going to shit. Anyway, I hope things are doing okay up there in Philadelphia, Serg. It's your boy Dale just checking in with you on a What the Florida News Update.
Yeah. Serg Podcast. 2020 to infinity on. Yeah. I heard the beaches and the boardwalk was open. Now I'm awake. Pool bars, restaurants by the ocean. Now I'm awake. Shape-ups, pedicures with the lotion. Now I'm awake. Now I'm awake. Now I'm awake. Every state going in the green phase. Now I'm awake. D.L. Hughley just fainting on stage. Now I'm awake. Tiger King movie, Nicolas Cage. Now I'm awake. Now I'm awake, now I'm awake. Don't let this virus distract you from the fact. Cam Newton just got signed to the past. Yeah, this virus real, that much is true. Beyonce got signed for that Black Panther 2. Yeah, I call my jeweler, hop in the Uber. Not a YouTuber, but I'm watching Stuba. I got that stimulus check, so I hop out the jet. Call that Jussie Smollett. Yeah, that's money well spent.
Serg. That's me. Let's go. Man, them COVID numbers starting to grow. Now I'm away. Some probably got it too on the low. Now I'm away. New Mulan for the matinee show. Now I'm away. I'm away. Jack posting Hitler memes now? Now I'm away. Didn't Tom Hanks have COVID-19? Now I'm away. Wish they'd have gotten it instead of entanglement. Cause 2020 the year been asked to wait till aliens crashing it. Now I'm away. We should wait. Don't let this virus put us in a panic. Remember Popeye still has that spicy chicken sandwich. And these unemployment numbers higher than positive tests in the event of this apocalypse. So stop this shit and wash your hands and wear a mask if you sick. And watch that new David Spade movie on Netflix. Unemployment put a check in my bank. For the monsters then put gas in my tank. Tell Trump to act more serious. Not scary like insidious, serious. Now I'm away. You should wait. I'm awake. Alright, I'm done.
D-Nice the beat, man.
Flows flame up the Vatican with a couple Magdalens. Dark side, Skywalker, black young Anakin. Way before Facebook, I was always live. Damn, I'm never on a list, but I killed a top 5. This nigga so tribal, met a new rival. Guided by the ancestors, follow no idol, follow no Iman, follow no preacher, writing flows with my golden arms. Drunken master teacher, best from my city, the best on the East Coast. Throw back to the greats, in my flow, man, you hear it goes. Tupac, Biggie, test me, catch a big L, electrocute the track like the mic on the third rail. Ride somebody way, please, never would resort to. Respected by your big homie, nigga you report to. Respect for the young G's, watch who you're gunning. Disrespect, not addressed, best believe you still coming. Revenge in my heart burn like a supernova. Pop up on their ass when they think that it's over. 357 slots along with the Cobra. The toughest in the room, no fear if I approach ya. Heart of a giant, attack like a lion. Oh, they talking slick with the pressure they applying. Welcome in your hood and others through the tri-state. What better time to fucking now, homie? Why wait? True chest and mind state. PA aggression. Y'all know where I'm from, no need for the reppin'. Bitches need a weapon and they whole block with them. Shit, they y'all know they don't wanna lock with him. Ain't no stopping him. Shit, I'm still the juggernaut. You still a get ran over. Really, what you doubters want? Open and act. Now I'm the show closer. Yeah, they used to laugh, but now they toast to you. The whole world my footstool to take my proper place on music's Mount Rushmore. I better see my face. I better see my race link up and come together. Blood of the infidel, they necks getting severed. All the things I've been through, know I came far. Not to worry about the disbelief of a cool fall. Go song for song or go off a ball. Get in the ring, bet you dudes can't spar. Yeah, the champ here, the new undisputed. Better than your boy, man, I welcome you to prove it. Ray Charles shit to the comp I can't see. Cassette tape style flow, roll to side B. And I'm still killing it, baby, double disc master. Can't ride a beat, but an artist with they passion for. See, but there with no strike, shit, I gotta laugh at you. Only dudes that give you props to dudes that rap at you. Every line I kick, trust me, boy, the bar raises. Kill your little rat click, and I kill stages. Kill the clothes store, got me killing with my fabric. Getting Top Gun from your baby, young Maverick. Christ, man, ice, man, they dead like they goose. Rice, man, hype with my hands eating coos. Don't have to prove nothing, just know I'm eating fine. But still ghetto caught, getting stuck in that wine. Fuck.
For today is A.
You know what A stands for?
A is for acrobat.
Good, great. How about you?
A is for
Awesome.
amazing.
A stands for awesome too.
Amazing.
What about you?
A is for Abraham.
And how about you, buddy? You haven't said anything yet.
A is for all lives matter.
Whoa.
Black Lives Matter.
Whoa, guys.
Like this?
Top stories, and our first story for tonight is a man that faked his death to avoid jail, and he would have got away with it had he just known how to spell the word registry. And he also had different font sizes and typos. Kind of feel bad for the Long Island man. This also sounds like a plot to like an Adam Sandler movie where he has like this elaborate plot to kill himself or fake his death, and he wears like a fake mustache, but he just forgot to use spell check. Moving on to the next story. Next story is a fired hockey analyst that sues NBC, and he's suing them for anti-straight discrimination. And I know it sounds crazy, but it's 2020, and he might have a case here. I feel like he's reaching. I don't know who this dude's high sticking, but keep him in the penalty box. He needs to stay there. Moving on to our next story, because this guy is definitely anti-straight. He's still a 3-foot, 40-pound dildo in Vegas. Only in Vegas, man. Only in Vegas. Stuff like this happens. This is like a novelty size shaft that this guy just walked out of a storefront on his back. I'm almost embarrassed I wrote that joke. That was bad. All right. It was novelty size shaft out the storefront. Next story is kind of piggybacking off of that. I'm gonna keep it going. Drive-through strip club in Texas, which is pretty cool. It's like a drive-through safari, but with strippers, and it's kind of better because you have glow sticks and ones. And I've never been to Texas myself, but I might have to drive down there with my windows rolled halfway up. Last story for tonight is a woman that this picture is hilarious. She tried to hire a hitman from a website called Run a Hitman. This wasn't the dark web, wasn't on the deep web, it was on the World Wide Web. This is what she did. She tried to get her husband killed, and of course she got caught because it was a fake website. And this is 2020, people. This is how she probably was a Trump supporter. And with that being said, that is the last story for tonight. We're going to go right into our interviews. I hope you're enjoying the show.
Our first guest tonight is comedian Jesse Chuduesz, one of the hosts of the Yeah, I Said It podcast, which is available on Podbean, iTunes, and Stitcher.
All right, so we have our first guest for tonight is comedian Jesse Chuduesz. Make some noise for him.
Hey, everybody.
What's going on?
Not a whole lot, man. Florida's on fire right now.
Yeah. I mean, Florida does not care. It's never cared. And so for my guests, introduce yourself, because I know you because I'm from Florida. But let them know where who you are exactly. And, yeah.
I'm a stand-up comic in Florida, the land of the newlyweds and nearly dads, and I've known Sergio for a while. I've known you for a while now, man. It's been a few years, and we did that project. It was a lot of fun, man. I'm so looking forward to seeing it. I really am. Like, I was so stoked to do that thing.
Yeah. So for my listeners and viewers, we did a short film together that I produced and directed, and he plays a principal in their character. He kills it. What's great about Jesse is that he convinced me that the role was for him. I was like, explaining the role, and I was gonna have casting. He's like, I can do that. I was like, no, you don't have quite the look. And he went the extra mile and actually shaved his head. And I mean, that was crazy. You had the ring, like you're a friar monk almost, and the whole thing, man. It was dope, and I really appreciate you doing that.
The mole that kept moving around.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's funny. It's like I kept moving, and I did the project, and I kept moving, and I never, not that I never got back to it, but I get back to it here and there, and then I always end up doing something else that keeps me, too busy to finish it. But I have already made it a point to finish it by this Halloween, because we have to.
I'll be so stoked, because that was some of the most fun I've had. That was my first real experience doing any kind of acting.
Yeah.
And it was just fun, man, from start to finish. Everybody was super nice. It was just a good experience, man.
I appreciate to hear that. I try to have a tight set and have everybody having fun. And yeah, you definitely it was definitely your first time, because you were like, I wouldn't even yell action or anything yet. You were already doing things. We're not even rolling yet. This guy's already in motion. It was great. So you have a lot of passion. So how's comedy coming along in Florida for you?
Well, we had a show last night. They're few and far between.
Yeah.
And quite honestly, I'm just happy to be doing it at all at this point. But it's you don't really get into a rhythm, because you got one show here, and then 2 weeks later there's another show.
Have you ever done any Zoom shows?
Any what?
Any Zoom shows
No. I don't know how funny that would be. It seems like it would be really weird to me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It does seem like odd. I've watched a couple of them. Sometimes some people have adapted and they kill it. Or I've seen people on Instagram Live do it as well. And it depends. Some people are able to do that because there's no audience. You just no interaction. So, I mean, there is slight interaction. I mean, we can laugh, and stuff through the Zoom for people that are watching, but you can't see us. It's not traditional at all. And a lot of times, the shows I've seen, most people aren't standing up. They're sitting at a computer desk or something like that in front of a monitor, telling jokes, which is just so odd. It lost its soul.
It doesn't have anything to it. I did a drive-in movie show though. That was actually pretty freaking cool.
That sounds amazing. How many people was it sold out? That sounds like a perfect way of doing it.
Well, they didn't put us on the main screen because they were actually still trying to sell tickets to movies at that point. So we were in one of the side screens.
Yeah.
But the dude projected us up onto the screen. Like there was like 30 cars, and people sat out in their chairs and like had coolers and whatever, and sandwiches, beers, whatever. And then it was actually pretty cool, man. It was pretty decent.
Yeah, I mean, here they haven't had anything like that. I mean, they have been doing things, I guess, little by little outside, but usually like on the steps or maybe like on the back of a pickup truck or something like that. I haven't been on anything like yet. I haven't done anything yet, but I did take the time to actually grab my own PA system and all that stuff, so I can just start doing my own stuff outside because I don't know any other way it's going to happen now at this point. For us to do it.
I mean, Dave Chappelle did it in the park, right? Like when he was he just went out there with a microphone and a fucking little speaker and did stand up in the park for people.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, right now, that's part of the reason why I have the podcast, is I get to kind of exercise all those muscles, all the things I do and everything, and still have some type of interaction. Like right now, we're having this interaction, and it's cool. This is actually even better because I'm in Philadelphia and you're in Florida, so it's dope. You know what I mean? And
it's cool. It's neat to have that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I've been really enjoying the podcast, man. I honestly, like, one of my favorite parts is the intro where you're shimmying across the bridge, basically. Like,
yeah. If people don't know, like, that was all in one take because I'm a one take type of guy. No, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but I appreciate that.
Dude, the intro was great, though. You're just like, all the way.
Awesome.
It was good. I appreciate it. Yeah. Dude, the Trump thing was great. The Trump thing was really cool, man. You got the whole background thing you're doing is fantastic, man. You're really doing a good job. The editing's great. The podcast is awesome.
Yeah. And the thing is, I can't get people to listen to it. They're watching it. I guess it's so visual. I haven't had a lot of listens yet. It's not a traditional podcast.
So you do an audio one too.
Yes, it's an audio version of the podcast, so of what people are seeing.
I bet that would be. It's really visual. Like it's like, but it's fun.
But look, but it is a mind, kind of like a mind like a trick or something like that when you listen to it, because you hear the podcast and you can hear the sketches, and the audio kind of like puts these visuals in your mind without seeing it. So to see the visuals without it becomes its own animal. If I allow it to.
Yeah.
I haven't. There has been certain episodes where I took out the beginning sketches and stuff and just left the interviews. But then lately, I just been leaving it run. But nobody listens to that. I mean, literally, it's so funny. It's because it's supposed to be a podcast, right? Like that's the whole point, But what I do is late night show disguised as a podcast. That's what I'm doing.
I like that though. I like that. It's a cool aesthetic though, because they just you like when you do little segments and stuff from the news bites and stuff. It's great. It's really good.
I appreciate that, man. So
man, I can do it.
Yeah. You have any other shows like coming up, or like what's your plans like moving forward? Because I know how comedy's been like, but it's different for you guys. Like in Florida, you guys in Florida do not care, obviously. Like.
Bro, listen.
You guys are arguing about the masks. You're doing all this crazy stuff, like making the kids go back to school too. I heard that. So
nobody cares, dude. They had spring breakers, raw dog, and one night stands wearing hospital masks because they didn't want to get the Rona. They forgot about AIDS, but they didn't want to get the Rona.
Oh my god! Can you imagine like the villages right now? Like.
Oh, dude, they're so scared. When you drive through there, like there's nobody on golf carts. The only time they ever came out was when the Trump rally happened, and then they all got the COVID. They all got.
I'm not laughing with you. I'm not.
Listen,
but it's like.
Well,
no, I mean, a lot of people don't believe it's real. They just don't believe it's real, and it's real.
It's hell yeah, it's real, man. Take precaution, guard your families. It's real out there.
But the decisions that they're making, the way they have it, in general, as far as every state doing their own thing, this is crazy. How they're handling everything.
Dude, when you hear our governor on the TV, it sounds like Charlie Brown's parents. He might as well be saying nothing, because dude. Nothing's going right, like, at all. There's no more ICU beds right now.
Well, did you guys have like any like protests and riots and stuff like that? Like how was that there?
We had protests. There was
Uh-huh.
some riots in Tampa, but they were small. But like there was a lot of protests. Even Ocala, where I'm at, had a protest, and it was like, but like in like a day, it had dwindled down to like 3 white people. It was like 2 dudes and 1 chick that was disappointed in the turnout.
Oh my God, you gotta love Florida. You just do. I don't know if you've noticed though on the podcast, I have Florida stories every week because I look for odd, strange stories. But the thing is, when I look for those stories, it's not like I'm purposely looking for Florida. Florida comes to me. Like every time, like every week, there's something dumb happening in Florida, or maybe a monkey's doing something, but it's not in Florida. But usually a monkey or like something in Florida. Like it's usually those 2 things happen.
Dude, Florida is just the place where everything weird happens. It's literally the Australia of the United States. Like everything here will kill you. Like, if it's not the method, it's an alligator or a snake or anything like that. Dude, this place is the Wild West, son. I love it here.
It is, man. You're making me miss it. I miss getting like all the Spanish food that's out there that's like dirt cheap. That's what I miss.
There's like a tripleta truck right down the street from me. I just drive by every day like,
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, oh man. But yeah, so it's funny because like when I was there, it's coming from this up here, doing stand-up in like Philly area, and coming up in Philly, and then being so close to New York and performing in New York, and then going there. I'll be honest with you, like I wasn't like a big fan of the scene, and I don't want to sound like like negative. I didn't have the opportunity to do like enough open mics, I guess, like in downtown Orlando or certain places, or like even there's other bars that okay, but there was just a lot of hacky comics. I'm being honest with you, and I'm not saying that for everybody, but because I met you guys and you guys were misfits, and you're definitely a gem. So it is what it is.
Dude, legitimately, like I tell you, I don't know how much you get in Tampa, but I love going to Tampa and doing stuff. Tampa's different. It's a different crowd. Like this, I feel like in Orlando, there's a lot of puckery butts. Like
you're talking about like the improv and stuff like that. But and I'm not talking like negative. It's just like how the culture of the actual community was different. The scene vibes. Yeah, it wasn't. Tampa, I got a chance to go out there once for the open mic, and it was too late because the line was like around the improv.
Yeah.
It was like around the room, around the block or whatever. But when I got into the room, it was actually really cool vibes. Definitely felt different. Absolutely. Tampa and like Clearwater and like St. Petersburg, like that whole area, like that is totally different vibes, man.
It's way more laid back. Yeah. And like people are ready to laugh. Like they're ready to get down. So,
yeah. Not like when you're in the Orlando area, it's just so touristy, and there's a lot of things to compete with as far as like entertainment is concerned, and most people aren't there to go see a comedy show. They're like there to go see Mickey Mouse, and he doesn't tell jokes. So,
well, yeah, they're up and down I Drive at the attractions, like it's.
Yeah.
But dude, it's I hope the scene comes back soon. Like it's been rough, man, not being able to go out there and you're sitting at home and you're thinking about all this stuff. Like you're like things are happening in the news and you're like, oh, that's good, and you're writing stuff, and there's just no opportunities to go out and try to work it out, and it's just it's weird, man. It's really weird. This whole thing.
I don't
think movie theaters are coming back.
It's funny you say that because Netflix has been just destroying the game. Like almost every week they just drop a movie out of nowhere. You didn't even see the preview. Like, what the hell? Like, it's this great movie just comes out, or a TV show, and it's easier now. Like, you just sit in the house and stream. I hate to see it end, but I hear what you're saying.
Me too. But like, dude, honestly, like, even the theaters that have been allowed to open here in Florida have no movies to show. So like, it's like, how long can they even stay? There's no way. AMC's already said they're done. So like, and most people's home theater in their house is like awesome, and it's.
I have one. I'm not gonna lie. Like I have a nice projector screen and stuff. It doesn't have like the movie theater seats and stuff. You could get them, but I like I have like those big like bean bags and stuff. I just chill or zone out.
I just feel like that new model is just gonna be $20, and you get to watch the movie at your house right the day it comes out, and then like you invite 3 people over, and boom, it's not $20 for you.
Yeah, but I still think that $20 is pretty steep for a movie you can't keep. Seeing that there used to be movies that you would pay $20 just to buy, so I see what they're doing, but yeah.
I think The King of Staten Island was like what, $12.99 to watch?
Nah, I think it was more than that. You know what's? I hate to say it, like I know a lot of people in the cast, and I haven't watched it yet, only because I don't want to spend the money, and I know that eventually I'll get to the point where I'll see it. I haven't watched them a lot anyway, so I've been watching Ozark, trying to get through that, trying to get through Ozark, because Ozark's fire. I don't know if you've seen Ozark. This is what I mean, going back to Netflix. Netflix makes great content, so.
Just season 3 is so good.
It's a great show. It's a great show. So don't tell me, because I'm trying. You know what? I would have finished it by now, but then I introduced it to my wife. So then now we have to catch up to get it to the same point now to see. Yeah. So that's why I'm at.
Dude, I haven't finished Breaking Bad. I've been on the last 4 episodes of season 5 for the last 2.5 years. I don't want it to end, so I don't watch it. How silly is that?
What's the rush? What's the rush? The show ended years ago. There's no rush. None.
Dude, spoiler alert! When they kill the mob boss, freaking, and he comes out with half a face on, dude, like, oh shit.
See, I never got that far in that show, so you definitely gave me a spoiler alert. I didn't know.
Oh, god damn it! I thought you'd had already seen it. You're just telling me about.
I just talk about the shows. I've seen episodes of things, but I don't always watch all of them.
No,
it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. You know how many shows that people tell you to watch, and there's like seasons and seasons of them. You're like, Like, some of them catch you. Like some days you catch me on the right day, and I'm gonna run through like a whole season of that show. It just depends on vibes and what's going on. But yeah. So before I let you go, can you let everybody know where they can find you on social media?
Sure, yeah. On Facebook, comedian Jesse Chuduesz at facebook.com. On Instagram, real Jesse Chuduesz, and I'll spell all that out for you at the end. And then on Twitter at J Chuduesz. And Chuduesz, you can see it right there in the bottom left-hand corner there, probably. On there.
Well, I mean, when we actually broadcast it, well, actually, no, your name will be on it. It will be.
See, right, and there you go. So that's my name, and then that's how you find me everywhere. Just because nobody else has my name. Like, it's an inside joke that I put real Jesse Chuduesz on fucking Instagram.
Real Jesse Chuduesz.
Yeah, like there's going to be anybody else.
Well, I'm happy that, like I said, you had time to do the show, and you're always welcome to your guest to the show.
I love the show, man.
It's funny, like, when I met you guys, because I met you through Alex, and shout out to Alex Soto, because he's a nice dude. He had me do his podcast, and like, honestly, I mean, he never aired any of those podcasts that I know of. It was funny.
Dude, they're all on YouTube.
Are they? I've never seen them. I didn't know that. But what I remember was that he just kept talking forever. Like, I don't remember even having a word edgewise. If he put that episode up, I think I was sitting next to him falling asleep. I agreed to it. I did the show that night, and he was just talking a mile a minute. I was just like, the whole time.
I was so baked. I didn't even notice what was going on. He just kept talking. He just ran. It was like a run-on for an hour.
No, it was. I'm talking about. We had like, I felt like it was like a 4 or 5 hour episode, and he never asked me any real questions. He never like. It was just hilarious. He just talked about himself and what his plans are for his brand and in the podcast. And his producer, I forget the guy's name, but the older guy, and he was standing behind the camera, literally falling asleep too. It was fantastic. It was one of the best experience. That was my introduction to the comedy scene in Florida. So, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't even know he had him up. That's so funny. I thought he just gave up. I was like, he kept saying he wanted to have us. Yeah,
they're hilarious.
I didn't know. I'm gonna check it out. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. Are you on? I'm sure you're on an episode. I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
And there was always that one dude that walked around at the shows who's like always like wasted, always super drunk, had like sunglasses on. Like I don't know. He probably sounds like Eddie Floridian, but it's just he had like a not a podcast, but he would go live and ask people questions and stuff. He did that with me once, and he like tried to throw like some girls dirty. Like, that weird my face dude? One time. Yeah, he was so weird. And I was like, what did he do? Like in the middle of the interview, and I was like, oh my God, like I can't do any interviews here in Florida. You guys are weird. I should have been wearing a mask then. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't. Yeah. Honestly, you know. Oh man. Well, like I said, thanks for doing the show. You're always welcome back. And you know, if you have anything to plug, you have anything coming up, let me know.
Nothing coming up right now because the state's on fire. So
yeah,
when they put it out finally, maybe we'll have some more shows. But
put a stage over the ashes. You know, it's just. But yeah, no, man. But like I said, anything in the future, let me know. And but thanks again. Yeah, and ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Justice Chuduesz.
Tonight's musical guest is a longtime friend, and his latest album, Alpha Flight 2, is currently streaming on all musical platforms. I present to you Meta Gold.
All right, so tonight's guest is our musical guest, rather, is the only Meta Gold. Meta Gold, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for him. Please. This guy is the name just kind of gets you're a recording artist, but your name just sounds like you're I don't know, like magician or something. I don't know.
Yeah, a metaphysical teacher or something.
So yeah. So how did you get the name? Actually,
well, my mom is from Goldsboro, North Carolina. I spent a lot of time down there as a youth. You know what I'm saying? Had an impact on me. So that's why I get the name Gold. And Meta is the continuance of that legacy. You know what I'm saying? The only Meta Gold. You know what I mean?
No, look, listen, I like that. It's deep like that. No, because you know, if you're thinking that deep into your name, and then like think about fans, you know, they start thinking like breaking stuff apart, like conspiracy theorists and stuff. So I like that, you know, the Meta, just knowing that you're always going to be changing. Because I've known you for a long time, and I know like you've gone through so many different rap names. Like, it's crazy. Like you know what I mean? Like this is not your first one. This is, I don't know how many you've gone through, how many different aliases you had, but you know.
Hey man, my favorite used to be Platinum Tongue, man.
Yeah, you were looking Liquid Diamonds at one point too. I think you were Liquid Diamonds.
Yeah.
That's funny. So yeah, tell all my listeners and the audience, you know, the viewers, who your background and how you kind of got to this point. Because right now you're on your second album and on iTunes and all. It's also on all streaming platforms. So
all streaming platforms,
on Spotify and all that stuff. Let them know a little bit more about yourself.
Well, I'm just an artist. I love the music. I'm not in it for the money. I know a lot of people say that. I'm not in it for the money.
Clearly.
I'm in it to hone the craft.
Mm-hmm.
If doing graffiti was still cool, you know what I'm saying, I would be doing that too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. I dropped my first EP, 6-song EP, Alpha Flight, back in April 2019, and I dropped the follow-up, Alpha Flight 2, in February 2nd, 2020, on my birthday, right before this stuff happened. You know what I'm saying? Stay safe too.
Yeah. So on the second one, right?
Right.
So you obviously no one knew the pandemic was going to hit, you know. So that kind of just kind of happened right before. And how did that affect that you know? Because that was kind of momentum you were building off the original, the first album, rather.
Oh man, I had video shoots set up.
Yeah.
You know, I was going to do it correct this time. You know what I'm saying? Put out a video, you know, push the single real hard. And when this pandemic happened,
People want to do social distancing and basically got scared to come out. So it put a lot of stuff on hold for me. But being that things are opening back up, you get this shit rolling again. You know what I mean?
Okay. So what's your plans now moving forward? Since like you said, things are rolling, things are opening up.
Well, right now I'm currently finishing recording my next project, Wolf God, which I'll release sometime probably like in August or September. I haven't decided just yet, but I'm gonna roll that out pretty. So try to have a better rollout for that one. So
you said Wolf.
So I say,
So you said Wolf. So is that like another like alias? Another like you're transforming now from this Medic Gold to Alpha Flight to this Wolf God or am I reading too deep into this? Like only because I broke out your names earlier. Yeah.
Nah, you're actually on point there, good brother. You know what I'm saying? Well, the Wolf God is continuing with the alpha flight, meaning basically alpha. You know what I mean? It's the next step. I'm a Wolf God now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I was in Boy Scouts. I think I was in Weeblo. That's as far as I got. I think they had like wolf cubs.
I know nothing about that.
No, what? You shouldn't. It was fun though. I had fun. I think I did until I was like in second grade. And then with my son, we did it, but it was really different. We would like camp out, not in like in the wilderness or anything like that, in the forest or anything. We'd be like in like the Camden Aquarium or something like that. And
so did you learn?
It was fun. It wasn't. Did I learn anything? Like
survival skills.
No, but we had a lot of nice bonding time. I think. But when I was younger, I didn't learn nothing. I didn't learn anything like survival skills either. No, I think honestly that's probably why I'm the way I am because we made a movie. We used the VHS, John. And we made like a movie. But our den leaders were women. They weren't men. So there's one like they want to take us outside and do all that stuff. So it was. I don't know. We're talking too much about this. Is an interview about you, and somehow happened. I don't know how we spun that. But
Boy Scouts, man.
The Boy Scouts. Yeah, we definitely made a movie. I would love to see that movie again. That was like in the 80s. You know what I mean? So yeah, we did it on VHS. You know that joint was fire. No, it was. All the Boy Scouts making terrible movies. The edit was probably bad. I gotta see that joint. That just proves you can make whatever.
Hold. We're talking about Boy Scouts, right? Remember that movie, The Last Boy Scout? I don't know why we here.
Yeah, that was a good movie. Great movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie. Great movie.
Great movie. Like we're on the same level, on that same alpha flight, that same little plateau. I like that. That's a good movie. If you guys haven't seen that movie, it's old. It's a good movie. Just look it up. You'll find that, John. But so, where can my listeners, my viewers, find you on social media?
Well, you could any social media platform you put in the only _meta_gold. Should be able to find me, even on every streaming platform. Should be able to find me that way.
Our last guest is YouTuber, filmmaker, and van life vlogger, Waddi.
All right, man. Everybody give it up for Waddi. My man. He's living that van life, and that's what we want to check in on him. I actually want to have him as a recurring guest, see where he's at in his journey, and he already kind of fixed this van up. I mean, if you go to his YouTube channel, you'll see what it looked like. Is this a regular like a Sprinter, like a utility van?
Yeah, it's a Dodge ProMaster Sprinter van, just like the Amazon vans you see driving around.
And he just turned it into this like amazing tiny living space, and he's just living his life. So we want to check in on him, man. I think this is awesome. I always wanted to do it, so I'm just like living vicariously through you. So let my viewers and listeners know a little bit more about yourself, what you do, and how you kind of got to this point.
All right. Well, my name's Waddi, and I am a filmmaker, creative content creator, YouTuber, content creator umbrella. You got there. And I live in a van with a dog and a dragon. So pretty much what I do is I travel around America. I edit a lot of graphic design stuff and make a lot of videos. And I live my life rent-free because, well, I live in a van that I converted. Now, a lot of people say, oh, well, you live in a van? But my van's like nice. So
yeah, it definitely is. It's that you have to do that hand gesture when you say it's nice.
Nice.
You can't just say nice, because otherwise you're not giving it just due. You know.
Right. I mean, there's a full kitchen. There's a full shower. I got a full office area, and I got a queen size bed. Like, I'm too big to sleep on a full size bed or anything smaller, man. Like, I'm 6'2". I just barely fit the width of the van. So
wow.
Yeah, I gotta sleep diagonal.
Have you ever had any company in the van, with you? It's very quiet.
To stay the night, no, but like in the van to hang out, yeah. I've actually had like
hang out,
3 or 4 people in the van. It's quite comfy. I'm actually sitting backwards in the front seat right now. Both my driver's seat and my passenger seat rotate around, so I have like a living room area. So
I got you.
I got space.
I was thinking like if you're dating, I mean, you're bringing girls in and like, hey, come hang out in my van. Like, it just seems funny to say it. Like, it seems almost creepy. Like, what? Like, hang out in your van, but it's your home. You know what I mean? Like,
right. I don't find it weird, and it's like, I don't know, if someone finds it weird, it's art, man. Like, this is hard work. I mean, it's kind of like the same of boating. Like, but yo, come on back to my boat. I mean, I guess that's a little weird and kind of creepy, and that's okay.
Yeah,
but like, hey,
how long has it taken you to convert it? Is there anything else like you need to change like to it still, or?
Oh gosh, to change, yeah. So let's see. I bought the van in January, end of January. Once this COVID nonsense hit, I hightailed it from Florida to Connecticut to be with my family, closer to relatives, stuff like that, in case anything happened. It took my father and I about 3.5 months or so to finish out the van, and then to at least where it is now. And then, so I'd say 3.5 months.
So you had help in not only did you have help, how much work did I know you obviously, like, looking at it, you put a lot of work in, but how often did you work? Like, did you do it like
every day?
Job every day? Yeah. Okay,
every day.
So, and how many hours would you put in typically?
Probably about 6 hours a day. I was doing a lot with building the van and, editing to make money. So I had to equal out my time at least a little bit here, Once COVID hit, everything up north was shut down hard.
Oh,
so,
yeah. I know.
And so it was in like the early months too. It was like March, April. So it was like, Connecticut was like, do not go out of your house. So I had plenty of time to just work on the van. I slept in the van every single night. It's actually, honestly, it's kind of weird not to sleep in the van because like, it's my house. It's like your bedroom at home. Like that's where you want to go and reside for the night. The van is like, it's kind of like my security safety blanket kind of deal. It's kind of weird, but it is what it is.
Well, it's funny you say that because my next question was like, how do you feel safe in there, like security wise? Do you feel that it's locked up and that no one's going to try to open it up at all? Like, is there, what gives you that confidence, or how are you prepared for that?
My lovely dog, Drogo.
Oh, okay. Well,
barks at everything.
Yeah.
And he's definitely loud. And I mean, there's tools all around the van if needed.
Yeah.
There's
tools all around the van. It's like like I'm an action star. There's tools.
I don't want to call them weapons because that's like degrading of the world. There's a bunch of knives everywhere. All right, there we go. I got a bunch of knives around my van. And and then honestly, the security system on the van itself is pretty solid as long as you just make sure you lock your doors. I actually have blinders that my mom actually sewed up all around the front here. Yeah. So you can't see in the van. Like, this is the front window of my van right here. You can't see in it. It helps block the heat. It helps keep, people from looking in and out. There's also on the back windows too. So I could put all these windows up and it's dark. You would never even know someone's in this van.
That's amazing. Okay, cool. And then, so where have you gone since you've put everything together? Like, I know you were just saying, like, you went to, like, in January, at the Connecticut, you said, or was it what?
Yeah. So from having the van, I went from Florida to North Carolina.
Okay.
To Connecticut. From Connecticut to Maine, to New York, to Atlanta, back to Florida, back to Atlanta. And then my next location is undecided as of yet, but it's gonna be here soon, like real soon. I'm ready to go.
So when you do these trips, where do you park? And like you just park like you post up in a Walmart or something like that parking lot and just sleep? Because I know it's free. I've seen those things in videos and read about it. You know, and it's safe too because there always always a lot of like security cameras and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, the community is pretty decent, so it's not too bad to sleep at a Walmart. But there's I think it's freecampsites.net or .org. I don't remember what it's but it's free campsites all around America that you can just look up and find out and go there. But typically, as of right now, I've been staying at driveways.
Oh yeah, well,
just because that's the more legal way of doing it.
Yeah.
So,
well, when you're visiting, a state, especially when you know someone there, it's absolutely fantastic to have a place to pull in, drive, and just sleep, and then you can hang out with them for a couple days or whatever, and then move on to your next stop, which is just that's completely free. Just freeing, knowing that you don't have the expenses of being somewhere permanently, and you can basically just keep it moving. How do you live though?
Right.
Like have you saved up, or how do you make money? Or you just kind of like when you get somewhere like you're doing like Grubhub or something like that, or you're trying to find ways to hustle?
Actually, as of right now, I haven't done anything with deliveries or Grubhub or anything. I stuck to editing. So I do a lot of graphic design for streamers, specifically like game streamers on Twitch or YouTube. It used to be a Mixer. And I make the designs and the overlays and personal scenes.
Yeah.
So I got a small little business going.
Smart. So you have your own business. So you're freelancing, doing what you need to do, and you don't have to have anything tied to as far as like an actual physical place or office.
Right.
Yeah. So
and then I also do music videos. Like I came to Atlanta here to do a music video. So.
Oh, so when you go to places, you're working too.
Yeah.
Oh, found the work. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's really smart because you're following the work and you have a place to stay.
Anytime I go anywhere. And it's free.
Yeah.
I can go anywhere. Like, I mean, my van is so incognito that like I could pull up on the side of the street, put up my blinds, and then it looked like I'm a work van.
So really all your like biggest expenses would honestly be, I guess, aside from like having a cell phone service, so you have some type of Wi-Fi, I guess, and stuff like that. You probably have the gas and your insurance and I guess food or whatever. And
honestly, the most insurance is like $100 a month, so it's not terrible.
Yeah.
The food and the gas is probably the biggest thing, just because like it's about $40 right now because gas is so cheap, thankfully.
Well, no one's going anywhere. I mean,
right, no one's going nowhere, so it's kind of been just kind of hanging out. But pretty much gas and food, Internet's getting there. It's up there, but it's not too crazy.
Yeah.
But you gotta eat.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. The main thing, you have to eat, But you're not like one of those dudes that's like running around in a camper and I hunt and kill my own food and all that stuff. But maybe you are. You have a big beard. I don't know, Waddi. I have no idea. Not yet. You're getting there.
Maybe, but not yet. That's a lot. I ain't got time for that right now. And what if I don't? Then I wouldn't eat. Man, like, I guess it's kind of how we work. I mean, I'd rather go to Walmart and grab something.
But it's you always been a very resourceful dude. That's what I've known about you. You always just seem to have the right tool, the right thing on hand at
everything. Always gotta be prepared, man. Gotta have something for anything.
Yeah, you're like, I got that in my truck. I got that in the back of my truck. Yeah.
The thing is the same way, but now I got everything with me, so I'll never forget anything. So now I'll literally always have it.
Yeah. That's dope.
Heck yeah.
So can we get like a peek of the van?
Sure.
I know that you're a little choppy, and I know because of the service, because you're out, But let's see if we can get a couple of views. Okay. I'll let you know when it gets too choppy. But
all right, so here is my car. Here is my stove, oven. My sink is back there. I have my refrigerator in a drawer.
Okay.
Right here.
Yeah. I see it.
My bed is back there. Queen size bed. A full shower.
Okay.
My editing station office. And right up here is going to be where my dragon's going to live. I got a bearded dragon down in Florida, so he's going to be in here with me too.
Okay.
So that's all that.
Can we see the outside of it too, actually?
Yeah.
Just to kind of get
Sure.
Yeah, an idea like of the scope of it.
So here's the entrance, right? You walk in there.
Yeah. And that's right, you have that folding table for the
Yeah, so I got my extra countertop. You're absolutely right. I forgot about this right here. Extra countertop on both sides, that is. So my countertop extends fairly large.
Okay.
Here's some still photos of the van because the video was choppy.
Please like, subscribe, share. I hope you guys enjoyed the show tonight. I enjoyed making it. This is always a blast. So please comment, let me know what you're thinking. And, until next week, live your life.